Before I got here is where I should start this. This would be like off the cuff part two. Got a few things written down here, but we'll see. See if I can stay on script. Before I moved here, I was taking care of my elderly stepdad, and I was living in Durham, Maine. Before that, I lived in Biddeford, Maine, and before that, I was in prison for 6.5 years. I'm a felon, and I admit this. Commendable crimes as far as that goes. I guess that's what they call it. Guns, weed, and beating the shit out of an asshole who desperately needed it. I was a man that beat up a woman. He got beat up by me. All this is on record. You can Google my name, and the reason why I'm divulging all of this is because felons only have certain things that they can do when they get out of prison. And man, haven't I had a hard time at this. Our legal system is absolutely broken. I mean, like, I don't know how they get away with what they do, and it's just horrible. I still have phone calls that I'm going to make. I still have things that I'm going to do, and I'm truly hoping that people react off those emotions of love and fear. I'm pretty much going to gamble on that. Okay, so moving on. What I did before I moved into this place, I gave you all of that information about me being a felon and all that because that's pertinent to the things that I have at my disposal. I mean, I should have been able to have all kinds of things. I paid my debt to society. I should have had these things at my disposal when I got out to help me integrate back into society and not become a recidivist. But yet, that did not happen. The system absolutely failed. And I won't get into that in too much detail other than they failed miserably. So moving on. Before I moved in here, I actually did what a good tenant should do and check in, make sure the owner owns the property, meet the owner prior to, go through the place, make sure it's good and all that. And I did all of that. I actually had a lease when I first moved in here, and I can prove everything that I say and everything that I'm going to say. Or I can prove everything that I'm going to say. This is so frustrating. I'm sorry if you're still listening. Thank you. So I did all my due diligence before I moved in here. So I knew this place needed some fixing up, like the cabinets and cupboards in the kitchen and the vanity in the bathroom. The whole bathroom truly needed to be redone. The tub and shower enclosure really needed redoing. I had brand new tile for that. I did a job when I first got here for a fellow, and he gave me a whole bathroom's worth of tile, both floor and wall. And I could have done that for this guy. I actually was starting to work for this fellow, and I was supposed to be going to be his like lead guy working for him. And well, three months into this, he kept getting shady and squirrely, and 4 months into this, he disappeared altogether. He is still missing in action here today. So, yeah. The lawyers, I actually called like 10 lawyers before I finally got one bump on a log that actually sent out a letter of intent to sue on my behalf. That there shows that I have a lawsuit against this landowner. Not to mention, Garden City Hall is supposed to hold these landowners accountable for their properties, and it's called code enforcement. And what they're supposed to do in their job is they're supposed to give the owner a warning and tell him he needs to get it up to code, and then if he doesn't, that they're supposed to give him a fine. Well, they gave me that fine recently. Okay, again, this is going on 3 years now. I can verifiably prove that the City Hall knew of this place as of 7/14/2021. The bump on the log lawyer, his name is Paul Clark. If you live in the Michigan area, Garden City, Detroit area, don't have him represent you. That is a worthless human being right there, and I don't care what he says. I hope he sees this and actually gets mad at it. Our rights aren't anything. I have City Councilwoman Stacey Karafotis stating that certain laws can be broken like these ones here, and there's no fines for it. I absolutely have this in writing, and I can prove what I say. I have the mayor, Mark Jacobs, denying me my rights, okay? Denying me our rights. Here's our rights right here. You can see them for yourself. All right. I hope it focused. There you go. In yellow specifically. And here is our wonderful mayor, Mark Jacobs, stating that, nope, my rights don't apply. Well, geez, what is a man supposed to do that when he feels as though the only way to get legal help is to commit a crime or be rich? And that's the way the system is so horribly broken. We tenants could be a very loud voice in this. All of us speak up. All of us, when we know one in the area that we're in is going through trouble, that all of us call our council people, call our mayors, inundate them with emails. It takes 5 minutes out of your busy schedule. I hate to say, but we are the cause of our own demise by not standing up for our rights. We need to stand up, not be violent, not be mean, to be good, honest people, to stand up, to voice our opinions, stating our rights need to be honored. It doesn't matter if it's me, you, or Joe Schmo. It matters that our rights need to be honored. If they're not, what kind of society are we living in? I say we are devolving into a, pardon the language, fuck you, I got mine society, and that's so wrong. I know that that's not the way the good Lord wanted it, and I know that Jesus taught against that, so I don't know if you guys believe in any of that. Oh man, this is so crazy. Okay, the other things I have written down I just covered, I guess. I'm a prisoner here, and people would say, well, you've been living there this long for free? No, what you don't understand is I have not been able to work a regular job in 2.5 years. I am literally going, I say it best, I'm guided by God and blessed by the best. He makes me want for no good thing, and I mean absolutely that. Look at my background. God definitely has blessed me, and he does this every day for me. I mean, I don't care if you believe in him or not. I do. I know he's there. Absolutely. I'm not living here for free. I'm paying everything for this, literally. I am either going to be a success or I'm going to be a failure. That means I'm going to be a martyr for this, whatever that means. I'm not going to give details. I will not hurt anybody, I promise that, and I will not commit any crimes. How's that? I do not believe that. If I am fighting for the law and for our rights to be upheld, I'm not going to commit crimes. My truck sits out in the yard right now, unregistered, for more than just about a year now. Going on January, it's going to be a year. And I haven't driven it anywhere because I can't afford the insurance and I cannot afford the registration. I'd be committing a crime if I went and drove that truck. So I'm not going to commit any crimes. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I mean, I've already been down that road, and I don't like going to jail. That sucks. Innocent until proven guilty. No, you're not. If you go to jail, you are guilty until proven innocent. I wish I'd say that way. Well, anyway, this is a follow-up to the one that I did the other day. It's still a big old mess. I'm still going through this. I have phone calls to make, and I said earlier in this video, I'm going to go on people's emotions. That's what people operate on most. And by the way, exercise your rights out there, man. I hope people actually get this video out and actually hear this. Exercise your rights. You can record people no matter what. Stacey Carafota said that I recorded her maliciously. No, I held her accountable for her lies, her deceit, her, well, I'm not going to say lies and deceit. She said in that she believed Paul to represent me. And then she said in a text message, it's okay for Paul to just represent whoever he wants. And then, by the way, the lawyer's oath, no, he cannot. And by the Michigan rules of professional conduct, no, he cannot. And by the Michigan jury's rules state that lawyer-client relationship stays in effect until either a judge or the client relieve the attorney of the duty. This is fact. You can look this up on the internet. Exercise your rights. look into things yourself, man. The best person that you can find as your advocate is you. Apparently, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to post another video after I do these phone calls, and now I've been procrastinating about them for a while. Everything happens for a reason. Like recently, I found out I can be sued for $1,000 easily, just like that. I have it right here. I mean, I'd show you the specifics, but I'm not going to because of the details. $1,000 I owe. I went into $1,000 worth of debt, more than that actually, since I've been here. And Capital One can take me to court and sue me for $1,000. But even though I have legal standing in court and I can prove it, a lawyer already sent off a letter of intent to sue on my behalf. I can't find a lawyer for any retainer fee to represent me against this scumbag landowner. So there's a major problem with our legal system here. It really is horrible that any person has to go through this to get this. I've been approved by the Michigan legal programs. I've been through all of their food stamp lawyer programs. It's all a farce. They're not there to help us. So like I said, after I'm done doing what I'm doing this next week, I'll post another video, and with the good Lord willing, I will be successful in my efforts for all of us. I'm sticking in this and doing this for all of us. I don't have anything else to live for right now. I don't have a job. I don't have a life. I'm a prisoner here. I can't go anywhere. I have very minimal friends, and the friends that I do have seem to think it's okay to just let me sit here and fucking rot. Sorry. I don't mean to swear. I really don't. Very angry and very hurt right now. My sister Kelly died back in March, more than a year ago, and I couldn't go see her before she died because I'm stuck in this mess, and have been stuck in this mess. Stacy Karafotis knew about that. A whole bunch of other people that were able to do stuff and help me out of this knew about it too. But instead, they just let me sit here and let me go through this. Again, guided by God and blessed by the best, He's going to see me through this rotten, awful mess. I honestly believe it. If I just become a martyr, then so be it. I mean, hopefully somebody will fight for tenants' rights. That's what this is all about, is I'm sick of there not being tenants' rights. If you take the path, you try to get a lawyer to represent you against the landowner, you're not going to be able to do it. You try to get the city to uphold their code. Nope, they're not going to do it. Unless, of course, your trash cans are out too long, or you have too many vehicles in your yard, or you have too many pets, or your lawn is too long, and then they're going to fine the shit out of you. Slimy, slimy, slimy people. I can't wait, man. They better hope their qualified immunity applies to them because, well, that's the Monell claim of 1983, and that's called a gray area. Them sending me a fine that they should have sent this landowner back 2 years ago. That there is not a gray area. That's pretty much black and white. Can't wait to see what the lawyers say. Well, anyway, if you made it this far, thank you very much, and God bless you. Appreciate you listening to my rambles. This is very frustrating. This is very hard. I sit here in tears an awful lot and wonder why I continue. And there again, guided by God and blessed by the best. That's all I can say. Well, on that note, this has been long enough. 14 minutes. Wow. Talk a lot of puss. All right. I try to stay in good spirits. I try to chuckle as much as I can. And I know that God has a real sick sense of humor. He shows it way too much. All right. God bless. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, next week, post another video, see what happens. Have a good one.